Hello and welcome to this video. I am wearing the Ron Hill / Mountain Equipment Goretex Shakedry jacket, and I bought this jacket brand new just over 12 months ago, really to do backpacking and trail running in it. I finished the Scottish National Trail just over a year ago, and I did a review of this jacket then, and I did a follow-up review 6 months later. And I had to say the jacket was performing absolutely superbly, really couldn't fault it at all. However, I've just done the Colorado Trail, and in this video what I'd like to do is explain to you why I think this is a fantastic jacket for trail running, but it's not one that I could really recommend for backpacking. So first of all, a little bit of background to the jacket. It's different to other Gore-Tex jackets in that the Gore-Tex membrane is actually bonded to the outside, so there's no fabric on the outside of this jacket. It's the Gore-Tex membrane, and the advantage of that is, first of all, the jacket is super lightweight. I think it's only just over 150 grams, but more importantly, when it rains, the water just beads up on the outside and runs straight off the jacket. You know, you can literally shake it dry. You can shake it and the water droplets will just run in. It doesn't soak into the outer fabric of the jacket at all. So that's really fabulous feature, all right, when you're out in any heavy rain. The other thing as well is that, for me, having used it over the last 12 months, I've never ever felt clammy wearing this jacket. So they can throw breathability figures at you, or whatever they are, but this jacket, I've never felt clammy. Never felt clammy wearing it, so clearly the breathability on this jacket has got to be really, really good. So, just returned from the Colorado Trail, which is a 500-mile backpacking trip, about 30 days, obviously in Colorado. I did it with my wife. And it was on the second day of that trip, we got a particularly heavy thunderstorm. And I noticed very, very quickly in that thunderstorm that my arm, particularly my right arm, got wet relatively quickly. And then latterly, I felt some dampness across, my middle, and then some going down my back. And that actually persisted, throughout the trip. Whenever I got any really heavy rain, I got water ingress in those areas. Clearly that's not ideal for your waterproof layer, but I was fortunate that the weather was relatively warm, so it didn't cause me a great deal of an issue. Now, my original thoughts were that what may have happened was, with the membrane being on the outside and be wearing a relatively heavy rucksack, that I would have got some abrasion across the shoulders that perhaps was meaning that the water was, penetrating those areas. But actually, when I got back and I looked closely at the jacket, the abrasion, there's no abrasion around the shoulders. The jacket looks exactly the same, right, as it does across, all the other areas. And again, looking throughout the whole of the jacket, I couldn't really see any reason why there would be water getting in. So I contacted the Ron Hill customer services just to see if they could perhaps give me any advice or information perhaps about what I could do with the jacket in terms of aftercare, improving its waterproofness, etc, etc. They got back to me really, really quickly. The first thing they said was that really this isn't designed as a backpacking jacket, that what it won't be able to do is to stand up to any abrasion, alright, over a period of time. It's designed as a running jacket, alright, where you're not going to be carrying that heavy backpack. They then gave me a nice bit of information about aftercare. So it was the general things that you'd expect from any Gore-Tex jacket about how to wash a Gore-Tex jacket, plus one of the other two things here that I'll put up on screen now that more particularly apply to this jacket, alright, having the membrane on the outside. So I kind of thought, oh yeah, okay, fair enough, I'll try those things, see if that happens. But then I just happened, I don't know quite how it happened really, I happened to hold my jacket up against a window. And when I did that, I could see a lot of these sort of micro tears, alright, in the fabric. So I'll put a picture up on screen now, and these micro tears, alright, there were lots down this arm. There were none down this arm. They were in all those places where I'd got wet. So was that to do with abrasion of the rucksack? Now, I sent the photos back to Ron Hill and said, look, this is what I found, you know, what do you think about this? The response I got was that, well, you know, we think it's caused by the abrasion of your rucksack. There's not a lot we can do about it. You know, you can't reproof this jacket, you can't reproof the membrane on. We can't really be of any more help. Now, I have given a lot of thought as to what I think could have caused those abrasions. I mean, clearly some could have been caused by the rucksack, but it doesn't explain these ones that are down the arms particularly and lower on the jacket, unless of course that was perhaps by the belt. I guess it could be when you're backpacking, you're constantly taking your rucksack off and putting it and folding it into your rucksack and taking it out of your rucksack again. Is it some of that? Is it just the fact that as I've, you know, been out on the trails, or as I've been walking, you know, I've brushed past particular things, you know, perhaps plants, trees that have caused those abrasions? I don't know. Anybody else's thoughts, all right, would be much appreciated. However, the fact is that 12 months on, I've now got, you know, a relatively expensive jacket, in fact, a very expensive jacket, all right, that is now not fully waterproof. Now, in fairness to Ron Hill, let's be absolutely clear about this. There is no way that they market this jacket as a backpacking jacket. It is clearly marketed through all their literature as a trail running jacket. And in that way, it works absolutely brilliantly. You know, when this jacket was waterproof, it really does work fantastically well. You know, and it's lightweight and is really comfortable to wear. And I've really enjoyed using it for trail running. But can I recommend it as a backpacking jacket? No. You know, I think now the evidence for me is that this just can't stand up to the rigours of backpacking. Be that, you know, the abrasion caused by actually putting the rucksack on or by putting it in and out of your rucksack. So I think, knowing what I know now, for backpacking, I'd be looking for a lightweight jacket, but something that's got fabric on the outside that's going to be able to, you know, stand up to that sort of abrasion. Now, if anybody's got any further questions, all right, that you want to ask me about this jacket, anything else that you'd like to know my opinion on, what I think about it, please feel free to drop me a note in the comments. And thank you very much. Until next time.